This is the break-in of the LRP 32X Spec 4.1 on-road tank number 2 break-in. I recently did tank number 1. This is tank number 2. I apologize for the wind noise in this video. That's the best I could do. So here I'm showing my mixing screw and my high-speed needle setting from last time that I used on tank number 1 when I was running part load. Sometimes these settings will be good for full load, but in here you'll see it will not be adequate. Always remember to fully prime your system, not to over prime your engine. Open up the throttle linkage, pump or prime your system until the fluid hits the carb. As soon as it hits the carb, you want to stop. You don't want to over prime your engine and cause hard starts. So once that is going, you get your car started and you do some initial runs. Notice, pay attention to your sound and how much smoke you're getting. It's very important that you maintain smoke throughout all the run of your car, low speed and high speed. Now your initial setting may not be suitable for starting to run full load, so please pay attention to the sound of the car. Here in my video you'll see that my initial settings from tank number 1 isn't as ideal as I want. The engine is bogging down, having a lean sound once we try to hit full throttle, so it's very good to keep a note on that. You don't want to damage the engine. As soon as you hear the sound of lean, high-pitched Chewbacca sound, you want to start by richening the low speed. Always good to start with the low speed. Richen the low speed. Continue to run the truck. Don't bash it too hard. Don't hold the throttle down for more than 1 or 2 seconds at a time. And continue to listen for the high-pitched sound. Really signifies that the car is running too lean. So continue to run and keep your screwdriver handy and adjust your low and your high as needed. Here I've already adjusted my low to get enough smoke, so I'm adjusting my high-end needle now. And as you do that, you still need to monitor that you're getting enough smoke and you are not bogging down. So listen for that sound throughout the run. You don't want to damage the engine. The bogging down sound is basically not enough fuel in the combustion chamber and it's out in the glow plug. So you would need to richen your high-end needle. Now in the video, as I run, you will see that the mid screw or mixing screw is becoming very helpful for this engine as opposed to the older carb that only has 2 needles. As I richen the car, the low end still sounds good. The idle is steady, stable. With the old carb, as you richen the high or change the high, the low speed needle will be affected because there was no intermediate chamber to control the mid-speed operation of the carburetor. So what the mid screw does, as I stated in my previous video, is that it just changes the volume after the volume of fuel stored right before the low speed needle. So when that volume does not have enough fuel to feed the engine at mid to high end, it bogs down, and that's where the bogging sound comes from. Now what I have not touched the mid screw, I've only been dumping more fuel in that volume here in the video, but it's adequate enough to get the car running very good compared to when it started. So this is tank number 2, right? As I go into tank number 3, I'll be changing the mid mixing screw a little bit to see if I could optimize the performance, and I will adjust the low speed needle accordingly and the high speed needle for tank number 3.